EU finance ministers have failed to reconcile a German-led push for bondholders to share part of the cost of a new aid package for Greece. The European Central Bank opposes the debt restructuring package and has warned that any coercive solutions could unleash a new wave of contagion in Europe's financial markets. Ministers did concede that some progress was made, despite the lack of a final agreement.
We've got to resolve this not only from our own perspective and the perspective of Greece, but particularly the perspective of the euro.
The new aid package for Greece is expected to be finalised at the meeting of EU leaders in Brussels later this month. Germany is pushing for Greek bond maturities to be extended for 7 years, giving it more time to right its economy and sell off state assets. Rating agencies have warned that they would see such a step as coercive and akin to a default. Greece's debt rating has already been cut to CCC, making it the lowest-ranked country in the world. A new Greek rescue package is being trashed out as it continues to sink under a debt pile that totals roughly 150% of the size of its economy. The new deal being discussed would keep Greece funded through 2014 and total €120 billion. That includes €60 billion in new EU IMF aid, and an equal amount from a combination of privatization receipts and private sector contributions. Mario Draghi, the head of the Bank of Italy, who is due to take over as president of the ECB later this year, has reiterated at a European Parliament hearing that the central bank remains opposed to any private sector solutions that contain an element of compulsion. But he signaled that the ECB could accept the so-called Vienna Initiative-style voluntary debt rollover, in which banks that hold Greek debt agree to buy new bonds as their holdings mature.
The ECB is not in favor of restructuring or haircuts. We should exclude all concepts that are not purely voluntary or that have any element of compulsion. We call for the avoidance of any credit event and selective defaults or defaults, general defaults.
The European Union and the International Monetary Fund have bailed out Athens to the tune of €110 billion just over a year ago, and followed up with similar packages for Ireland and Portugal.